Hi, Internet viewers. Frank Rauscher again. We're moving on the goldfinch. Goldfinch, yeah. The spotted sandpiper. And got it marked out. We got the center line in, and we got it in the breast area. We also marked the sides in the middle. And I'm going to show you now how to start shaping this. The only one other thing I need you to do, and I'll do it when I bring the camera down so you can see it readily. I want to try to put a limit to how far we go up onto the head so that we don't disturb that too much, okay? So we're going to proceed on shaping the body as far as getting it round and so on. It's kind of squared up right now. So if you'll bear with me, we'll bring it around in shape and then we'll go from there. So the other thing too, as I always do, like a commercial time here, if you enjoy what you're seeing and if you would support my channel, I'd appreciate that by being a subscriber. And if you have friends that may be interested in doing the same thing, I would appreciate it if you passed the word on about my channel. That would be great help. And if anybody that may need anything, I do have a catalog available. Doesn't carry everything I have, but it's got the necessary things, especially for the projects we're doing. I have kids, blanks, feet, eyes, the whole thing in one, or you can buy them separately and so on. So they're available. And I have equipment, what have you, of all the stuff I use too. So if you're interested, please write to me through my email. And my email address is Rauscher, R-A-U-S-C-H-E-R, Frank, F-R-A-N-K, 7@gmail.com. And it's also in the description in this video, almost all my videos. So if you go in there, you can get it as well there. And I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe and you would pass my information on. It helps me grow, and that helps me a lot. So with that, I will bring the camera down and then we'll start proceeding on with developing the shape of the sandpiper and not the goldfinch. Okay, we're proceeding on. I have a Fordham here. It's a motor with a flexible shaft, and I'm going to be using the 1/2-inch bit right here. It's I shouldn't say a 1/2 inch. It's a 1/4-inch shank, but it's about a 1/2 inch in diameter, and that's what I'm using right now. And for those who may have a Dremel or a smaller units, these are available too. I have these also in a 1/4 inch, and I can supply them to you if you need them. This is what I'm going to use to take down the material. When I use the 1/2 inch one, which is this one here, which is much larger, as you can see, this makes the appropriate pass. So you may have to expand where the lines that go in when we do cut the shoulders in later. You may have to double up on either side of the line. But right now, for what we're trying to do is I want to come in and roll these edges. So I will show you, but I'm using the larger bit, and I want to let you know that, okay? And for those who do have this bigger bit, this is ideal, and I want to show you exactly how this thing goes. Here's what we're trying to achieve. The first thing I want to do before we get too far afield, from the head right here coming inward, I want you to come in about 1.25 inches, roughly, right about here. So from here in about 1.25 inches, right through here, we're going to pass this line, but I don't want you going too much further up, okay? And I'm going to do it on the other side. 1.25 inches in right there. I stroke a line so that you sort of have a limit and you don't go taking too much off up. I will round some of these edges, but and go past that line, but I'm not really trying to take a lot out like I will in here. Here's my premise. I'm trying to get this whole thing to roll around. I think I have a sample here of how one of these should look, just to give you an idea. Let's see if I can find that. Here's one here. We're going to try to roll this way, and then the same way on the belly side, we're going to roll that so everything gets rounded over, okay? So I'm going to try to get you out of that square block into a rolled area, and this is how we approach it. I have these chamfers that I put in where I could cut the excess wood off the corners just to save you some time. And for those who do get kits from me, that's the way I send out the blank. Okay, so you have this cut away already. Don't mind sometimes basswood has little inclusions, but it's not that. Most of this will go away, or it won't interfere with what we're trying to accomplish. I'm just highlighting those chamfers along the way here so you can see it. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll this. I'm going to actually roll this edge, and I treat it like this. I'll take half of the chamfer and I'll put another line here. This is just for you, but to see how I'm approaching this. But I'm going to roll this edge so it's rounded from here to here, and then I'll skim it to the center, okay, to get the saw marks out. And then from that point, then I come down to this side here, which is before I remember I put a line in about the middle of the thickness here of the profile. And so I'm going to roll this to here, and then I'll skim it to the center here, because the width of this bird is right on, and the same way this way, okay, in the profile. So we're going to take some wood out, but very little, okay? We're not trying to get the bird too thin. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to do a back and forth motion to roll this edge, okay? And I'll take it down to the end, and then I'll come down to here, and I'll keep on rolling it. Once I get that nicely rolled, then I'm going to come to the bottom, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. You have this area cut off, okay? So if I put a line between here and a line here, I'm going to roll this edge, then skim it to the center here. And then I'm going to come up here, you put another line here, and from this line to this line, I'm continuing to roll to get this edge out of here, and you skim it to the center here, okay? So I am going to show you how to do that. This is going to be a little noisy because the Fordhams tend to do that, but here we go. Here we go. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to knock that edge down. I'm going to roll it to the center, to that line. But I'm going to take it all the way out to here. And I'm going to come up. Remember I told you not to go past that line? No, I'm going to go past the line. And then I'm going to skim it to the center here. And I'm trying to get some of the stall marks out of there. You're not taking a lot out. You're really taking it out right in here. This, it's really squared up. If I can get that run a little smoother here. So I'm rolling this up to here. turn it around this way. You can see me, I come all the way down to the end. Trying to get that right on up. And I'm going to come up to the head here, but I'm not going to go all the way up. Taking this all the way out to the end, and I'm rolling that, and I'm rolling it back, as if that line continues back. It's either my machine's getting old or what, but I'm feeling as if maybe the bearing on the handpiece is there, so bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna, sorry about that. I had a malfunction there, so I've got another Fordham, so here we go. I'm gonna come in, and I'm doing this back and forth motion. I roll this down to the line, then I'm skimming it to the center. Then I'm going to come this way to get to the center of the center line of the body on the top. And I'm going to come up just a little past the line that we said not to go past. And I'm cleaning that up a little bit. Now, you sort of have a nice roll going over there, but if you see any hard edges, then I want you to come back and hit it. So the bulk of the material that needs to be rolled is right here. And then I'm going to come down here and we'll start the bottom here. I'm going to go right on that edge, knock that down, all the way down, both ends here. And then I'm going to roll it up to the center line, skim it, because I don't want to take too much material out on that center line. But I need to get it rolling a little bit. So I get all of that nicely rolling around. Now I got this edge, and I want to take it to there. So I attack that edge, like so. And I bring that all the way down. And I come around. And I get under this beak without hitting the beak. And the bulk of it's going to be on these corners, and that's what you got to sort of get rounded, but I'll show you how to address that. Now, I'm going to skim this up to the center here, so that it looks like it's coming right up to the center here. Smooth that out. And then I'll roll this out here. One thing I should have done, and I apologize, I should have used a mask, and I will recommend that all the time. It's not good to breathe this thing. In fact, let me shut this down and get my mask, which I always profess to say use. My voice may get a little muffled. I use these masks like this, but if you don't have a dust collector, this is ideal, okay? The white side on this mask is one that goes to your nose size, and then it has a piece of wire up in here which conforms to your nose. So I'm gonna put that on, get that back, and here we go again. Now we're gonna do the other side. I have this edge. Here's the edges we're trying to get rid of, this one and this one. I put a mark here, a mark here. This is the center line here. And we got a mark down here. So from this one to this one, I'm going to put another mark. I'm going to first roll this edge. Let's round it. This is like the dirty part. So skimming that right on up and trying to get this rolling, okay? Then I'll take this edge and attack it and bring it down to this line. And I take that all the way to the end here as well. Now, I see an edge forming up here still, so I'll go back and roll that again, okay? Then I'm going to take it from here, from that line down. So I'm going to skin this right to that line. Come up onto the head a little bit, just like this. And come down here. Now, I'm looking to see if I left any edges here, and I can see some right up in here. And I can feel it. If you run your fingers across and it doesn't seem like it's rolling nicely, that is an indication that you didn't take enough out, okay? Now, I got the bottom to do. So, here, excuse me, here we go again. Here's the center line. I got this big chunk here. I got this here, and the other line that was in the middle is here. And there's another one here. So I'm going to come right into this one and take that and roll it. And then I'm going to the middle of the breast and round that. Okay, and I take that down. Now, I have this edge. I want to take it between that line and that line. So I knock it down here. And rolling that around. I like the back and forth method rather than dragging because it tends to hit the high spots and get you down without digging in. Okay, so I'll come back and I'll feel my way along with my thumb or finger, and then I'll come in. Yeah, I want to pass the line again, but I don't try to go into the head too much, and I try to get some of the hard edges out of there so it's sort of rolling. So, let's see what we have here. I think I still have a bump right in here, so I'm going to complete that. Disregard this. This is just an inclusion in the wood that you're seeing. Most of it's all going to be clear, but that happens once in a while when you're using bass. Could happen with any wood, I guess, but so I'm just rounding this over as best I can. Now I'm going to shut this machine off so you can hear me better. And it does get a cloud of dust here and stuff like that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back And I'm going to run my pencil line. I could just barely see it. And this is the center on the top. And then I'll go to the bottom, and I still have this one pretty, I could pretty much determine where that one's at. Up to here and here. And then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this so I'm looking down that line. And what I want to do is I want to see what's been taken off on this side or this side, matching both sides, okay? So if I look down here, I see that it seems like I didn't take enough off right here. And I'll roll this, like this a little bit to see how much of a roll I got in there and where I may have missed something. And if I run my fingers across, you can feel like little bumps here and there. So I still have stuff here. And here's one I missed completely. See this one here? It's still there. So that's an indicator too. And then I'll go to this side and I'll do the same thing. I'll just get my fingers and I'm looking down this barrel here this way. And what I'm trying to see is, does this side look like that? And it looks like there's more off on that. And that means I got to come in here like this. And I usually get my pencil to indicate what I need to do. I'll get a little heavier if I need to take more off. And I'll go into the area I think I need to do it, okay? Now, I'm going to do it the same way on the top here. And you're looking from the tail in, like this, looking down this way. And what I'm trying to do is see the roll on this side. I'm also going to get my finger and just feel that how much I've taken out. I still have a little bit of an edge right here that I didn't get all the way. And then I feel as if, and sometimes you can see it by the way the light hits, that you need to roll just a little bit. It's real light here and real light here, but I want to carry that out to there to clean that one up. Now on this side, I'm looking at it, and it's not too bad. It's got a nice roll around to the center here. So I'm okay on this side. So I want this side to look like that side. And that's the goal we're doing. We're trying to look down that barrel and make it look the same. So I think I need just a little bit of softening right here. Let's see if I have it. There's another little edge that I just felt. And it's just very slight. So the top sort of coming faster. The bottom needs a little more work. So here we go again. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm lightly just going to go over that corner. I'm not going to attack it a whole lot, just to get that down. Then I have a light edge right here that I missed, so I'll hit that like that. And then I didn't take this all the way out, so I'll clean that up. But I don't want to put more edges in there. I'm trying to get it nice and smooth around here and nice and smooth around here. Now here's my problem child over here. I'll come in, and right in here where I put the pencil mark, I'm going to come in and do a soft roll. I'm not trying to attack it as much as let the bit do the walking. You just guiding it through. And then I'll clean this up. And hopefully, I still have an edge back here that I felt. And you're not trying to put more edges, so you've got to get light-handed with the bit, or you could really dig in, okay? This tends to want to really rip out a lot. And you want to get the saw marks out of the piece of wood, too. So that's just light skimming. So I think that's pretty good. Now on this side, I need to bring this down a little bit because I didn't get the center. And then I'm rolling this way. And then I got a major league edge I never did touch. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to take that all the way down to the end here and try to make everything roll and get some of the saw marks out down in here too. And I'm not taking a lot out. I'm just doing a light rollover. Now, I'm going to shut this off and watch when you put these down. If you don't have a cradle or something, it's smart to have one. I do have them available because when it's running, it wants to rip everything in sight if you have it on your table here. Now, I'm going to do my final feel around just to see. This seems pretty good. I want to do a light little bit right here. I'm still not, even up into here. Remember that 1.25 inches in? Well, I could come up just a little bit more. And then on this side, yeah, I missed the spot here. The 1.25 inches is like here, but you could come past that some. So I think I'm going to come just a little bit more over here. And what I do is I run my finger across just to feel as if I have any edges. And I'll move the piece because sometimes when the light hits, you can see it readily. There's a little bit right there. Now, the other trick is you put your center line back in again, like so. And you do the top as well. And you look down that barrel, and the only thing I see is just what I just hit. I need to just soften that right there, and I think I'm in good shape there. Now, I'll flip this around, and I'll look down the barrel here, and if this roundness is the same on both sides, then I'm pretty much home, and I can run my finger across it. I got a little bump here and there that I felt, so I'll come back and just lightly hit that right in here. And then, let's see, this side seemed pretty good. So, yeah, I think just a little bit here, a little bit up here, and right in here. So here we go for our final time, hopefully. Real light. I'm not getting crazy with this. Now up in here, coming up past the 1.25 inches that I told you not to go in, just a little bit like that, and right up in here, not going too much higher. I'm just trying to get the hard edges out of there, so everything's sort of rolling. Then I got this here. Now, I'll do my final checkup, and here's what we got. I feel that runs pretty smooth. Okay, that's pretty smooth. There's a little bit here, and what I do is I just hit that. There's a little edge right there, and probably one right below it. I'll look down the barrel. This roundness from one side to the other, it is symmetrical, or pretty close to it, so I'm happy with that. So it looks like the only thing I need to do is a little touch up here, here, and here. I hope I was in the camera range when I showed you that. So I'm doing a real light touch here, because I don't want to put more edges in than I had. Okay? So let me make sure you can see everything here. I have most of the edges out, okay? It's like rounding, okay? There's still some thickness, and you can see this is almost squared up. I just sort of chamfered the edges in a sense so that there's not that much taken out on the ends here. We're going to take it out later, but we need to maintain that because we got to get a tail in there and we got to get the wings in there as well. So all of this, now I just noticed as I came up here, I see there's one more spot I missed. So I'll come in here, I'm doing a real light touch. And that's almost on that 1.25 line. So I'm gonna call that a day. Now, if you guys can accomplish that much, that'll be great. And then what we're going to do on the next video, we're going to take measurements from the tail up. We're going to put a shoulder cut in here for the shoulder on both sides. I'm going to try to show you a sampling of what that may look like when we go to make a pass. Here's another one. What we're going to do is we're going to measure from the tail up to here, and we're going to project this curved line. Then we're going to cut it in like this on the next video so that we can get the shoulder, and we're going to do that on both sides. Now, this blank was straight on, but our blank is turned. So we're going to have a different dimension on this side to this side. And then I'm going to also show you how to cut the wing in here, okay? And I'll show you how to do that. And we'll also, the breast area has a recess to it. So I'm going to show you how to put that in as well on the next video. And when we get done, if we do it right, we have a cutout that has this wing showing on both sides. And then we, let's see, what else did I want to accomplish that? Yeah, and this whole shoulder gets rolled out and blended so that the head starts popping out. And that's what we're going to try to achieve. And I will show you that on the next video. But at least we got the body rounded off. The head, lot of material's got to come off the head. So if you can accomplish this, where you have it symmetrical about when you're looking down the barrel here, that it's the same on both sides, and when you run your finger across, you don't feel that many bumps or anything. It's sort of like it's smoothing out. It's not like a ball now. It does have flats to it. The flats are still there. There's like a flat here to here, but it's sort of rolling ever so slightly to the center. And that's the same way on the bottom. This bottom has a flat about here, about 1/4 inch out on each side, but it's rolling up to that center, okay? And that's what we're trying to do. It's not like a ball, like you think you got a total spear shape on one side. It's not that. It does have flats to it. So, and you could see it somewhat, okay? It's just that we rounded the edges, and you don't want any squareness to it if you can possibly help it, okay? So I hope you got something out of this. If you did, I'd ask you to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate that greatly. And then we'll take you on the next stage with the next video, and we'll start shaping the shoulder like I showed you. And then we'll do the breast area, and we're moving in, okay? Before you know it, we'll have that done, and then we'll go to the head, and then we'll start shaping the head out. So that'll be interesting, and that gets treated with the center line of the head. We build everything off of that, just like we built everything off of this center line, both on top and bottom, okay? So it's important to make everything symmetrical about the center line, and that's what we do, okay? So, see you on the next video, and if you ever need anything, you can always contact me through my email address, which is Rauscher, R-A-U-S-C-H-E-R, Frank, F-R-A-N-K, 7 at gmail.com. And I have catalogs, and if you need a catalog and you're interested in maybe wanting to try this project, I do have kits. And if you want to try other birds or other projects that I've done, take a look at them. I have several out there now. And if anybody wants any, I have them available for almost any bird you want to do, just about. I don't have all the videos out there, but I do have what I have will keep you going. And I try to instruct you to give you like classroom information here, okay? And I keep on doing that as if I have like a class here. I try not to hold back on anything. And if I can guide you in any way with the tools, the bits, and everything else, I will try to instruct you. The bit I use today is a typhoon burr that I got from Fordham. I have them available for you if you need them. I also have the smaller ones. There's other ones out there called cutsalls and so on. Saber tooth also is another name. They're tungsten carbide bits, and they'll last you forever as long as you're using it on wood. So always feel as if these things are worth their weight in gold, in a sense. They just hold up, okay? Other bits like diamonds and rubies, they have a wear factor, but you'll be years down the road before you wear them out. The Hagen bits, I don't think you'll ever wear them out. I haven't worn one out, and that's a long time. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.